I want to make a change, but how do I start?
There are times in our lives where we are in a rut or we just aren't getting joy out of life. You know things need to change, but how and will the change stick?
As a health coach and a wellness coach, we ask the questions so you get the answers. Let's get started
Wait, what? Boy, we
We're
are
a
not
mess today.
today. And as we're talking, I just started breaking out in like sweats. Like this perimenopause stuff is real, and
You
excuse
didn't
everybody,
believe everybody when they said that.
not and everybody who's watching right now on YouTube. Which, by the way, we are on YouTube if you would like to watch us and all of our. I don't want to say messed up glory, but like, what would you call our hot mess
In
today?
all our entertainment mode.
There you go. Okay, all right. My hair's going up for a second. Okay, let's go. Tell me first of all, did you get your cutting board?
Okay, so I did not get my cutting board because I
Okay.
went to look on Amazon. I typed in wood cutting boards. That was my call to action, to get a cutting board. And then I realized how expensive they were. And I was like, wait a minute, I need to figure this out. So I found one. It was bamboo. It was a 3-pack with a stand. And I was like, oh, this looks really good. And the price seems reasonable. But then I went to read the negative review and it said
Oh,
it splinters. So I was like, oh, well, I don't want wood in my food. So then I went to see what is the best cutting board that people use, what kind of wood. And so they said maple, cherry, some of the hardwoods. And
okay.
so when I went to look for that, it was really expensive. And I don't want a giant cutting board because then I can't move it around. And I want something that's, I can move from here to there to there.
Okay.
And so I'm still working on it.
Okay. Fair. That's very fair. Okay, so here's my story. First of all, they are expensive.
They're
I
very
am
expensive.
working on making a reel for everybody to watch of like me. I went to Target and I went to Walmart and I went to another, I can't remember what other store I went to. And I like videoed, like, first of all of them that are there. Like, there's so many, it's almost overwhelming. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't look on Amazon, but that's another whole reason why. But anyway, my daughter and I are very big on estate sales, garage sales, Goodwill. We
Mm-hmm.
love going to find someone else's trash and making it our treasure, okay? So I went to Goodwill and I found a bamboo one, a whole set, brand new, never even opened,
Oh,
$3. So I'm like, okay,
no.
I'm never opened, fully in the package, everything. I have it all videoed. I'm going to put it all together. So, and it came with like a spoon and like tongs. Do you know what I mean? All bamboo.
No.
For $3, this is worth a try to see if I like bamboo.
Yes.
I might
Yes.
not like bamboo. Who knows?
Right.
So I came home, I washed it with soap. And it's ready to be used. I haven't used it yet. And then guess what else was there? Brand new, never ever opened. I almost want to go get it because it's really pretty. It's a cutting board and it's only, I would say, like a rectangle sheet of paper, so not big.
Mm-hmm.
And it's ceramic, wood, ceramic, all in one. So it's
Oh.
wood and ceramic. So it's a little heavy. So, but it was brand new and it was $5. And it came with
Mm-hmm.
really cute like knives to like make a charcuterie board with. So I'm like, well, for $5, I'm getting it. And I'm gonna just
Mm-hmm.
go home and do the research on ceramic. Everything I read about ceramic is it's very good, however, it dulls your knives,
Mm-hmm.
which you guys, my knives are terrible anyway. So what like I'm like,
So
well,
you need to look for a knife sharpener then.
I have a knife sharpener. So I'm like, well, I'll just start using my knife sharpener more. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't have knives that are $100 a knife that I need to like be all like, oh, we're worried about. Do you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, I have now
Yeah.
two. I have a bamboo and then a ceramic wood one, and I can't wait to try them. Oh, and the other
Wow.
negative thing about ceramic is they chip, which
Yeah.
I'm fully prepared this is going to be broken. My son is like a tornado in the kitchen and he does cook, but I don't care. For $5, I'm not going
Yeah.
to cry if he breaks it.
Right. I realized I also have a glass one that I got when I first got married. It was we had gone to Corning, New York, and
Is it Corningware?
yeah, Corningware. It's a
Okay.
glass. It's giant, which is why I don't want a giant cutting board, but I use it
Okay.
for everything, like putting something hot or if I'm cutting
Oh,
bread or, like anything like that. But it makes a noise when the knife touches the glass.
yeah. And you don't like that?
So I don't like the sound. I have a thing with sounds, but
Okay.
I use it. I have it if I really wanted to. And that's been 30 plus years.
Okay,
It's
so that's a
still
good thing too, glass.
it's not yeah,
Okay.
it's alive and well.
And it's not splintered and cut with cracks in it.
Mm-mm.
Like, that's a good
I
idea.
don't
I
have
didn't
to
see any
treat
glass.
it. I don't have to do anything. It's not glass. It's like that Corning glass. I don't know what that
Yeah.
is.
I don't know what that it's like a ceramic, isn't it almost like? Porcelain? I don't know. Listen, I'm
It's
just throwing out
glass, I
words that
think.
are breakable at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, and safe for us to eat off
Right.
of.
So, well, I'm excited to keep looking. I'm not gonna stop looking, especially when I go to Goodwills and stuff like that because we're big
Sure.
into that.
Well, I think that's a great idea because $3 versus $100, it's a fine.
And
And
if
you
I
got
love
like,
it, then guess what? At Christmas, tell my mom or my husband or my kids, like, "I want a really nice bamboo cutting board." But I
why
need
is this not a nice one?
I mean, it's nice, but it's not like I don't know. No, it seems very nice. You're gonna see the whole video. I'm gonna make a whole video
Oh, I
in my
can't
free time.
wait.
In my free time.
Which you have zero of.
None right now. Anyway, all right.
Did
Okay.
I need to research. I'm a person I think I need research more and then my husband's taught me to read all the reviews, which I think is really helpful because then you find out why people don't like it. And so I have to and I'm also I need to see it and touch it before I buy it. So
Yeah,
sometimes Amazon is good for me and sometimes it's like,
I
no,
know.
because
Okay,
I need to
so
see it and feel the weight of it.
my husband's a review reader too, but can I tell you my thoughts on review readers? Don't
Okay.
take offense to this.
Okay.
And the only reason I'm going to say this is because I don't read reviews because I've never
Uh-huh.
written one. So in my
Okay.
opinion, like 85% of the population has never written a review.
I've written reviews. But go
Okay,
ahead.
there you go. Then that just throws my out of the water. But we're all different, so there you go. So I'm always like, you can't trust those reviews because hardly anybody's writing a review. And
I think a
I
lot
would
of
like you
people
if I did
do.
it.
People put pictures up with their, like if they buy an outfit and how it looks on them. I think it gives you a good idea of how it's going to look on you because the model is like, if you buy an outfit, it's a size zero. You're like, oh, that looks so pretty. And then you put it on you and I'm like, why does that not look this?
Okay, so here's my thought. I am going
Okay.
to not today, not today, then not anytime soon. In January, that is going to be my New Year's resolution. I'm going to start writing a review.
Do you buy stuff from Amazon or wherever
Yeah,
online?
I mean, yeah, I do, but I'm going to start writing a review if I do buy something. I'm going to
Okay.
make that my goal because it
All
would be
right.
helpful.
I do want to know what you love.
I know. All right. So we're going along with the Good Molecules brand. You know, so far, I've tried the face wash. I've tried the eye cream, which I swear helped my scar. I've tried the toner. So that was
And I
three.
use the discoloration serum, which I swear it's lightened up a lot.
I'm really starting to think we need to reach out to this company and tell them we want to be their sponsor.
Or they should be our sponsor.
Yes. Or we can promote them. Anyway, so what I tried was after all of I put moisturizer on every day. My daughter and I both do.
Hmm.
So after our moisturizer was done, I bought theirs, and it's lightweight daily moisturizer. It's Good Molecules brand. It's formulated with shea butter, avocado seed oil, hyaluronic acid to hydrate, smooth, and nourish the skin. Cruelty free. It is, I believe, vegan as well. Yeah,
Oh,
because
nice.
it's awesome. You guys, it's awesome. It's good for AM, PM. And you guys know this brand is a very good brand and it's very good in general. And I absolutely love it. There's no like strong smell where you're like, either way,
Mm.
either a good or bad smell. It's very neutral smell. And so far, no breakouts. Cause that was the thing. My daughter is a
Yeah.
teenager. No breakouts. I haven't had any breakouts. Don't look at my face right now and judge it because I have no foundation on. But it's been very good when you put this on and then your foundation over it. I believe it was like 9.99 or 8.99, maybe
But
11.9.
that
But
tube will
anyway,
last you for a bit.
yes, this will last us a while, and we share it. I mean, I'll buy another one if we needed to, but so far, you only need a
Hmm.
little bit. It's not a whole body moisturizer. It's made. Well, I guess it could be, but it's mainly made for your face. I love it.
That is a
So
good
far, so good.
find
So
because
far, I have not had a bad product from them.
a lot of moisturizers have junk in them and they smell funny and they don't feel like they've moisturized you. So I think that's a good find.
Mhm. I
Good
love this.
molecules.
I love this brand. I love this brand. I really, truly do.
Yeah,
There's a
there's not been a bad thing.
There's nothing bad so far, and I think I really wanna just go for it and try the rest of their products. I don't even know what else there is, but I wanna try them all.
They have a lot of stuff.
They do. There was all
Yeah.
kinds of stuff. I was looking for, like, face pads to just, like, quickly wash your face. Do you ever do that? Like, you're like, "I need to wash my face, but I don't feel like doing the whole process." Like, I
Yeah.
just want, like, a lazy man's way, and I didn't see any, so, anyway, that's my
Cool. How's
something I
your
love.
how just sorry, I just jumped, but how's your trifecta going?
Amazing,
Yeah.
amazing. No, it'll be challenging. This is my first week, 5 days working my new hours, but every single morning except for one when I was sick, I've done abs. Okay, so can I tell you
Wow.
something funny? I was talking to somebody that we both know, and she's very funny person, and she said, "You know what's sad about this whole thing?" And I'm like, "What?" And she's like, "I'm working my butt off to stay this chubby." And I went, "Oh my gosh, it's sometimes that's how you feel." You're
Yeah.
tracking, you're watching your protein, you're watching your fiber, you're walking or you're doing cardio and you're going for your walks and you're doing what you should be doing. And it's a lot of work because you're balancing your real everyday life. And you look in the
Yeah.
mirror and you still feel chubby. Do
Yeah.
you relate to that?
I do. Some days it just feels like it's so much work and you don't want to do more. But I think this really leads beautifully to our topic
Mhm.
is we want to change. How do we make that happen? And how is it going to be different this time? And how, like, why, what, how, everything, like
Who, what, where,
everything.
when, why, how, right?
Yes. Yes.
So wait, let me ask you something.
How,
Do you feel like you need to change personally right now?
honestly, if I really think about it, every day I'm like, tomorrow I'm going to do this differently. Tomorrow I'm going to do that differently. This is what was working today. And that's what I want to do tomorrow. And every day I have like a self assessment of where I failed in quotes
Oh.
and where I need to improve tomorrow.
Do you
And
use
I
the word
feel
fail
like
to yourself?
no, but it's
Oh,
sort
okay.
of it's a, your thoughts are not necessarily thoughts. They're just like, I don't know how to explain, but I don't say, oh, I failed today. But sometimes there's disappointment
I
within
didn't
me.
do that. Oh, I meant to do that.
Yeah. Yeah. Why did I eat that? I didn't even like it. And why am I stuffing myself? Like all the things that go on in your head, the dialogue, it's every day for me.
Yeah.
And I want to change that for sure. I want to have a more positive, it's progressed, but I definitely want to have a more positive mindset about myself and all the things I've done well.
Okay, so you know that whole saying, and I think everybody's heard it, I wanna change my relationship with food?
Yeah.
So sometimes I feel like we need to change our relationships with ourself.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? Like, what you just said is a perfect example of, like, okay, I need to change this relationship with myself. I didn't fail, even if you did not that you said that word,
Yeah.
like, and I have never been like, "Oh, I'm such a failure." But I have woken up the next day and been like, "Shoot, I was gonna eat that salad in there, and now it's gonna go bad." Like, do you know
Right.
what I mean? Like, change that's not a helpful thought. That's not gonna help
No,
me.
no, it isn't. It isn't. And we just, the problem I think I've seen now working with clients, it's become more obvious because then it makes you self reflect, is that we are trying to live by somebody else's standards. Like, I'll tell you a really good example. This is real life, okay?
Okay.
When I first met you, roughly probably a year after, you
This is
had this
scary.
planner. No, you had this planner and everything was neatly written out. And I'm like, oh my God, I need to do that because Leah is so organized. She has such a busy life. And it's just, look at how beautiful her planner is. I went out, I spent, I don't know how many hours looking for the right planner for myself. And in the beginning, I was like, this is going to help me keep my clients organized and my blah, blah, blah. And you know how many times I used it? Zero.
Mhm.
Because I am not a planner person. I'm trying to be you when I need to be myself. I need to be more accepting of the things the gifts that are me.
There you go. Change your
And
relationship with you.
yes, and I need to be accepting of I'm talented at this and I'm good at that. And I don't need to be like you because you're you. I'm not Leah. I'm Kamna.
But you know what is important about what you said is that not that you spent all this money on it, but the fact that you tried it. Because I think that's important. Like, you hear everybody's ideas, and I really truly believe it's so important. If I see something that you're doing that I'm like, "Oh, that's such a great idea. I should try it." But here's the
Hmm.
key. If it doesn't work for me, stop comparing myself to Kamna. It didn't work for me. Move on.
Yeah.
And I think That's so true, like, I think we've done that to so many people, not just each other, but, like, even, like, there's some things, like, my kids will do or my husband will do, and I'm like, "Oh, I'm gonna try that." And then I try it, and I'm like, "Not for me." And that's
Yeah,
okay, but you tried
that is
it.
okay. You're right. That's a really good point. It's okay. And that's how we can find things and try things. But I'm just saying that I need to, I think people in general need to stop trying to be somebody
Yeah.
else.
Yeah,
If you're a person like me with a cutting board, I have a process. I need to research. I need to look. I need to hold. I need to feel.
yeah,
I have a process. My process is not, my husband is go click and buy. There's not
mhm,
as much research, and
mhm.
yours is going to
I
estate
wanna
sales. There's
find a
everybody's,
used one. Yeah,
yeah, everybody's process is different. And I think that's really important.
yeah, it is. But I think this topic is a great topic because we're gonna talk about, like, in general, how anybody should start or why you should
Hmm.
or why aren't you starting, all of those.
Okay, so the question I found this afterwards is how do you know if you need to change?
Okay, is there a quiz or is there a one
No,
question?
it was like 10 things, but I wrote down the things this is from wondermind.com.
Okay.
And I thought these questions or these statements were really good. If you
Okay.
notice it's within yourself, maybe you need to make a change.
Okay, good. I'm ready for this. I'm writing it down.
You distract yourself a lot.
What is
That means this, and this is going to ring a bell, is if you're on your phone a lot, if you play games a lot, if you're on social media a lot, if you're watching TV, if you're just distracting yourself so you don't do the thing that you're supposed to do.
that means you need to make a change.
Hmm.
Okay. Okay, so wait. Okay, go on. I won't interrupt. Go ahead.
No, no, you can ask me.
I was
I'm
just gonna say, so I distract myself at night. In the morning, I don't. So I need to make a change around 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock.
really.
I think I don't distract myself at all in the morning. I'm like, boom, boom, boom. Let's go. Let's get it done.
Mm.
And then at the end of the day, I'm like, distract myself from something. I'm distracting myself right now looking out my window. But anyway,
The second one is you're thinking in black and white.
meaning all or nothing.
Yeah, all or nothing thinking. Like if
Okay.
I like I put a post up, I worked out, I expected to lose 5 pounds. Is that reality? No. But that's the way we think, right? I cut out sugar. I should lose 10 pounds by tomorrow.
Right.
Why have I
And you
not?
should never crave it again because you stopped eating it
Yes.
for one day. I should never want it
Yeah,
again.
of course.
Ugh, do you think that's wishes? Do you think we're wishing or is it expecting? Because
I
the
th-
smart part of my brain actually knows I'm not going to, but the hopeful, wishful part that wanted Prince Charming to come on a white horse and take me away is like, oh, maybe I'll lose it all in 5 pounds in one day.
yeah.
There's a wishing part of
Well,
Leah.
I think it's like you gained it in a weekend. Why can't you lose it in 2 days?
That's
I
true.
think
That is
that's
very
the explanation in my brain.
okay. So go on next.
You often think, why can't that be me?
Yeah, daily, daily.
Yeah.
Why can't
But,
I be why can't I
yeah,
like running? Why can't I yeah.
I saw this girl yesterday. I was out for my walk and I saw this girl, and she's a girl, like teenager or young adult. And she's running and she's doing it with such ease. And I'm like, I should run. Then I'll have a body like hers.
And you're, like, 20 years older or, more, and you
Oh, more. Yeah,
yeah.
for sure.
Oh my gosh,
My
you
God.
just the fact that you said that reminds me every time my daughter rollerblades, I'm like, "I should get some rollerblades." Like, you're right, why do I do that? Like,
I don't know.
this is not the age to start rollerblading. This is not the age
No.
to start doing
No.
what is wrong with us? Go on.
You feel like a failure unless you are constantly winning.
Okay, I don't know if I do that.
But if you're like I like what you were talking about in the beginning, you're doing all this work, you're trying all these things and you're stuck. You're still the same. You're not winning at the game. Then
Mm.
maybe something needs to change. There's no spark. This one
Mm.
hit me a little hard. Like there's no joy or no excitement or no I'm going to go do this. And he's like I have to do that. And yeah.
I
Uh,
think that happens when you're in a food rut, and I think I've said that many times. I feel like when you lose your spark, you're in a food rut. You are sick
mhm.
and tired of eating what you're eating, and I
Yes.
do. I don't even think it has anything to do with exercise. I think it's all a food rut, and that's totally an opinion. I know nothing about
But
any
it could be
data.
any part of your life where you're like, "Oh, yeah, I'm just do the same thing again. Tomorrow's
Mhm.
the same as yesterday." If somebody asks you what you do, you're like, "Oh, I don't know, more of the same." You're just
Mhm.
not excited about anything.
Mhm.
You spend your days on autopilot.
Meaning you just do what
Every
you've always
every
done.
day is just on
Yeah.
repeat, and every day is like I get up, I take a shower, go to work, I come home and make dinner. I have to do the laundry. Like every day is on
There's no
autopilot.
fun.
There's no fun. And you can't name your why. There was a few more, but these are the ones that hit me a little. I was like, okay,
Wow. So basically, I was gonna say, basically, if you're listening to this, you need to probably
yeah,
change
you make a
something, right?
change.
I feel
Yes,
like everybody, if they're being honest, can answer that they agree with some of the one of those questions.
right. I know
You
I, a
know?
lot of them resonated with me.
Oh my gosh, yeah. All right. So why? Why is it so hard? I have 5 reasons why it's so hard to change.
Okay.
Okay, the first one is it's mental and emotional. So you're overwhelmed,
Yeah.
right? You are overwhelmed with where do I start? How do I start?
Mm-hmm.
How much I have to lose X amount of pounds and that's so much. Or I need my cholesterol to go down by so much and that's so it's overwhelming to think about, right?
Yes.
Or you look at the bigger picture and you're like, "Oh, I have 50 years to do this," or "It's gonna take me 50 years to get there," is what I meant to say.
Mm,
Like, it's very overwhelming, and I think that's a huge part of why we don't start the change. You said
right.
the all or nothing, so that's a reason why we don't, because we wanna be perfect or super strict, and that's
Right.
not a good place to live in.
No.
And then a lot of it is habits. So mental and emotional is like, we already have these habits, and habits are hard to break and hard to
Mm-hmm.
create. So
Mm-hmm.
right there, you're like, "I can't do that every day," right?
Yesterday, my daughter called me and I was sitting at the island and she goes, "Oh, I haven't talked to you on a Saturday morning in a long time. And you're doing your Saturday routine." And I was like, "What do you mean?" She goes, "You're at the island having your breakfast and you're trying to," and I said, "Yeah, I've been loitering for the past hour trying to get up." She goes, "That's part of your routine."
You must do that.
I
You
must
didn't know
do
you
that.
loiter in your own life?
I mean, I kind of know, but when someone calls you out, you're like, okay.
Wow, very observant of your daughter to know your
Yeah.
own, like,
No, but that related to the point you just said.
habits, right?
Habits. That was my
Mm.
habits.
That
Yes.
okay, so let me just call you out for a second. That is at least I don't know, she said a half hour. That's at least a 15-minute, we'll just call it that you could be
Sure.
doing arm exercises.
Oh, yeah. I was getting the motivation up to go work out. That's what I
Yeah,
was trying to do.
because with the thought of doing it is more overwhelming than just doing it.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Absolutely.
the second thing is you don't have a so again, we're talking about why is it hard to start? Because you don't have
Hmm.
a plan or there's no clarity. I don't even think I need to go into more with that, but I think we all don't have a plan. I wake up and I'm like, I'm gonna eat healthy this week. Well, there's no plan for it. The third
Ah,
part,
yes.
biological or lifestyle, why it's hard. So here's
What
some
does that
examples
mean?
of biological or lifestyle. You have low energy because poor sleep, stress, or health conditions. That's why it's hard. It is going to be
Yeah.
hard to start changing your life if you're exhausted from lack of sleep. You know,
This is
I'm
very true.
yeah. Okay, habits. It's going to be very hard to change your life if your habits are fast food, going through the drive-through, snacking all day instead of having meals, and or getting convenience things. It's going to be hard
Right.
because if
Right.
you're used to convenience and you got to cut up vegetables every day, it's going to be hard.
Hmm.
And the third one
Yeah.
part of the biological lifestyle is busy schedule. If you have a very
Yes.
busy life, it's going to be very hard to figure out, okay, now when do I need to food prep? When do I need to cook my food? When do I need to exercise? Well, it's going to be hard.
Yes. Very true. Very, very.
Okay. The fourth one is a fear of failure. It's
Yes.
hard to make a change if you're afraid you're going to fail.
Yes.
You're
That's
afraid
very
you're going to
true.
get
And I think
judgment from
fear,
others.
hmm fear holds
Right.
you back in so many ways. So
Mhm.
many ways.
Yeah. And the last one is motivation versus readiness. And this was very intriguing to me, but most people wait to make a change to feel motivated. But real progress comes from starting small and building.
What is the difference between motivation and readiness?
Oh, I'm so glad you asked that. Let me find the right paper because I looked it up. But wait, before I tell you the difference between motivation and readiness, I just want everybody that's listening to realize that it's hard to make a change because of all five of these things. And sometimes you have all five of them.
Oh,
I
yeah.
have all five of
I
them.
was
Like, I was reading this and I'm like, I have all of this. And then I went, okay, so it's okay that it's hard to make a change. I'm normal. Because
yes.
sometimes I do that. Well, like, God, why is everybody else making a change and I can't? That's all in my head. That's not a helpful thought. And clearly, they're just putting it out there on social media, the good part of their life. They're not putting out all
Yes.
of the real reality. Am I making
Yep.
sense?
Yes.
So, if you're listening to this right now and you had any of these things, you're normal. You're normal. It's
Yeah.
hard to
You're
make a
very
change
normal.
because you're normal.
Well, I think
Okay.
that's part of the problem is people think that they're the outlier, that they're everybody else is normal and they're the one who's like out in the Boonieville. But really,
Mhm.
we are all normal in our different degrees of all of this.
Normal in all our degrees of all of this. I like it. That was
That's
good.
not a well said thing, but you know what I mean.
Okay. So here's motivation. Motivation, definition is the desire or feeling that pushes someone to want to change. So here's some examples. I want to lose 20 pounds before summer. I'm
Mhm.
tired of how my clothes fit. I saw someone else's
Mhm.
success story and I feel inspired. I don't like how I feel after eating junk food. Motivation is emotional and it comes and goes quickly.
Mhm.
Okay. I have been
That makes
motivated
sense.
a lot on Monday mornings. I'm very
Yes.
motivated about that. Okay.
For me, it's
Readiness.
Sunday night. I'm like ready to go.
Yeah, it probably is that for me too.
Mhm.
Or like after I get home from a party and I like my pants barely fit and I'm like all bloated, I'm like, ugh, I am so motivated. Like that is a feeling. Like when that when your stomach is like all like, oh, you're like motivated to feel good. And then you feel good and you're like,
Absolutely.
so
Yeah.
that's how you know you're motivated at that moment. Readiness is the practical willingness to start making changes now. It's action based. It means you're actually prepared to do something now, even if your motivation is low.
Okay.
So, like, here's some examples. I've cleared my kitchen of soda and chips, got rid of them all so I can eat better this week. So, you're ready if you got rid of the stuff.
I
I
know that
set
was an example, but first I thought you did it in your I was like, "Oh, good for you."
No, but you know what we did do? My daughter and I this summer, so not embarrassing. It's just the reality is, like, we've been obsessed with those kettle chips that are like less fat or whatever. We just, that's our thing this summer has been like eating those. And we have like 2 or 3 bags left. And I go, Alyssa, you can eat them, but I can't eat them anymore. Like, it's become a chip habit. And we both decided as soon as they're gone, we're going to finish them. We're not buying any more. So
Good
I
for
don't know if that's
you.
really one of those readiness things 'cause we didn't throw them out, but
No, but
anyway,
why would you throw them out? Just
because
we'll
sometimes
get
you
into
just
it, but that's part of the change.
yeah. Okay, another example is I set out my walking shoes by the door, so I'll move more tomorrow morning,
Mhm.
like getting them ready. I'd blocked off 20 minutes in my schedule for meal prep or exercise or whatever. And here's another one, accountability. I told a friend I'll text them after my walk each night. I joined my call to
Oh,
action group for more accountability. Like
yeah, true.
taking that readiness step is really important.
And also for you, are doing your trifecta with your mom and your sister, and me, I'm doing my workout challenge with my friends. It's an
Mhm.
accountability level, and it could look like whatever you want it to look like.
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay, so then we get into how do you actually make a change, right? If you know all of
Yeah.
this and you know where your problems are, how do you actually make a change? Here's what I would say is honestly assess your current situation. What
Okay.
aspects are working, what isn't, and why are you desiring something different?
Okay.
Let's
What's
take one
working?
example and work through this.
Okay, let's do it. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, how about
Okay. Do it.
I want to lose weight.
Okay. Perfect.
Okay. And
Mhm.
why is that important to me? Is I want to feel better in my clothes. I don't want to be so self-conscious. I don't want to worry about how I'm standing and look at which angle is going to look good in pictures. Those are all important things to me. I want to
Okay.
get out of my body into the enjoyment of life. And then visualize what that's going to look like. How are you going to look and feel if you lose weight?
So, like, looking at yourself and going, "Oh, what will I look like if I didn't have that double chin?"
Also, what would your life look like if you lost weight? What would you gain from that?
Okay.
And also cultivating a growth mindset. So you're not saying I've tried all these things and they don't work. But also, like we were talking about before, well, you tried this, maybe that'll work for me. Maybe I can try that. Or maybe I
Mm,
can eat asparagus even though I don't really love it. Or maybe I should try some broccoli with a different recipe. Having a growth mindset so I can explore different things.
okay.
Okay. So that could include your vegetables.
Yeah. I need a growth mindset.
Here is, I think, a couple of really key points. Understanding what is the thing that trips you up. If I want to lose weight, I do great 5 days of the week. Where I get tripped up is typically the weekend. So how am I going to make it different for the weekend? What am I going to do differently, or what am I going to look at that would help me on
What
the
trips you
weekend?
up is a really good question.
Maybe that, or if I'm around some people that I know who live in my house say, let's go for ice cream every other day. That's going to
Mhm.
trip me up. So I've started saying no because I don't feel good with ice cream and I don't want him to eat ice cream either,
Oh.
because it's not good long term. And
So
then,
is that something where you think you guys should come up with, and this is just me totally just asking. Do you think that you and that person should come up with a different thing to do together?
oh yeah, we have, and I try to encourage walks and I try to
Yeah, like there might
encourage
be,
things.
because I feel like that's a huge thing is when you're trying to break a habit is you can't just stop sometimes. You have to come up with, okay, I'm not going to eat ice cream on the couch tonight, but what am I going to do instead? And maybe
Right.
it's
Well,
having
that's where
goals.
your plan comes into it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is you know where the roadblock is. How do you go around the roadblock? What's the alternate route? So you don't want to eat ice cream. What's the alternate? Like you posted a recipe of berries and
My smoothie
yogurt, was
bowl,
it?
my
Yes, your
smoothie bowl
smoothie
with
bowl.
cereal in it. Yeah.
Yes,
I
that's a
love
good
it.
alternative to ice cream. Or if you know you're going to be out partying the weekend away, what's an alternative to you're going to eat some food there? What's an alternative during the day?
Hmm.
To make an alternate route on this path where there are roadblocks.
Hmm.
And then here's the really, really, really key thing, which I think you alluded to also, is to break it down into really doable steps. If I say, I'm going to eat great this week, I'm going to work out every day, I'm going to blah, 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 that's too overwhelming. So I need to break it down into steps that are much, much more manageable.
Yeah.
So tomorrow I'm going to do, let's say, half an hour on the bike. That's my plan. But is that even doable? Then maybe I need to break it down further so that I can actually get to my goal.
Sometimes they need to be down smaller, 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 smaller. Do you know what I
Small,
mean?
so small
Mhm.
that you don't realize you're making a change.
Yeah, that's like with my trifecta. My sister and I have talked about this. Like if I do 10-minute abs and 10-minute arms. This sounds ridiculous, but even if you told me to do 12 minutes, I don't think I'd do it. That 2 minutes
Yeah,
sounds gross to me, and I'm like, I don't have 12 minutes.
right,
So I think if you're hearing this and you're like, I should go for a 20-minute walk. If 20 minutes sounds exhausting and ridiculous, then you need to say, I'm going to go for an 18-minute walk or a
right.
17 or 15. And the 15, like go smaller, 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 smaller. Maybe it's a
Yep.
5-minute walk. Do it.
Yes,
You know,
absolutely. Absolutely. And I think that's the
smaller,
biggest
smaller,
key.
smaller, smaller, smaller.
Keep going smaller until it becomes like it's not a big deal.
Oh my god, you just gave me like a bright moment. Like I keep thinking I need to buy like 6 different vegetables, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't. Maybe I just need to buy 1 vegetable and cut it up.
Yeah.
Like
One vegetable.
am literally in my head every week going, God, I know I need to eat like 6 different vegetables or 5 or even 2. And I don't because 1, it's expensive. Like I know that it's expensive to eat crap food and I know it's expensive to eat healthy food, but like sometimes my wallet is a huge reason why I don't buy some things.
Oh, sure.
Because
Sure.
1, I'm the only one that's going to eat these vegetables and I'm like, then I got to buy my stuff and their stuff. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yep. Yeah.
So that's a
It's
huge thing for
fair.
me.
Well, and if you're not going to eat it and it goes in the garbage, you feel so bad. So if you buy six vegetables and you ate only one, that's a waste.
Yeah. Ugh.
So if you just buy one and say, I'm getting this one done, and you're like, oh, I did one. Great. Good job.
Yeah.
Me. I'm proud of myself.
That just made me realize that every single week I need to buy one vegetable for myself. One,
You're
like
making a
maybe a
call to
head
action
of
in the moment.
broccoli. It is a call to action live in the moment. Or one head of cauliflower. I have to do that for myself. And that's what needs
I
to be number
think,
one on the shopping list.
well, that's the key is to break it down so small that you don't feel like it's a big deal.
Yeah.
Because otherwise everything becomes a big deal and then you don't do anything. And then you just are stuck in that loop of, man, I can't do anything. I'm a failure. I'm
hmm
disappointed in myself. Whatever the words you say to yourself, that's what it is.
Wow. Okay. So I do you have more? Because I have a day by day
No.
focus. Okay. But
Let's hear it.
so 7 days. Ready? Day one, add one extra glass of water somewhere in your day.
Okay. Oh, I like this one.
Okay, so even if you already drink water well, this is like one figure it out. Maybe it's before your cup of coffee. Drink one glass. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not talking about a big bottle.
Mm-hmm.
Day two, add extra protein at breakfast. Maybe that's one extra egg. Maybe it's having a cup of yogurt. Maybe one protein at just breakfast. Focus on getting a little bit more
That's
protein. Maybe
really good.
maybe it's like literally two strips of bacon or two strips of whatever, you know, if you're a meat eater, something like that. Day three is find a movement you enjoy. Either put music on and dance, walk
Mm-hmm.
the dog, stretch your body. That's it. And make it either 5, 10, 15 minutes of movement. So you're adding fun, you're doing something. Day four, replace one sugary drink or snack with fruit or flavored water.
I like that.
Day five, put protein and fiber together at either lunch or dinner.
Mm-hmm.
Day six is eat one meal this week without a distraction or that day. So just turn your TV off.
Okay.
Eat not while you're driving to work. You know what I mean? Like really just
Mm-hmm.
one meal. We're not saying the whole day, one meal. And day seven is write down 3 wins for the week.
Oh, I like this.
And then pick one that you want to keep doing. So, by the way, we're not even saying do all of these things every day. It's not a building habit. It's just on day one, I'm going to add one glass of water and see how I feel.
Sure.
So then it's not like, oh my gosh, by day seven, I got to do all of these things. You're going to
Yeah.
do 7 different things and then pick and choose. Be like, okay, which one worked well for me?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe that seems like a lot
And
to do. And it
well, I
is.
think no, I think it's very, very doable. It's very realistic. And we sometimes we think and we've heard that people are like, I tried all this and it doesn't work, and I did that and it doesn't work. So to get out of that negative mindset into, I'm just gonna try. I'm just gonna try
Mhm.
and see what happens. I'm gonna try it so small that I can add a glass of water. I
Right.
can eat one protein in the morning tomorrow, and just make a plan. I mean, the whole thing is cumulative, but make a plan, have a growth mindset, and just try something.
Yeah. I think the growth mindset is huge right now. Like we need to remember that
Yeah, because whatever's
constantly.
happened in the past doesn't dictate what we do tomorrow. I
Ooh,
lost weight and I gained it, but that
that was
doesn't
a
mean
deep
that's what's
thought.
gonna.
That
It's
was a
not.
deep
It's not
thought.
gonna tell us we can change what our fate is. We can change our destiny. We can change our life to have more joy and happiness and purpose. We just have to make it so small that we can trick our brains into realizing that we're making a change.
Tricking your brain is key in life hacks all around.
Yeah.
And I think this is
Yeah.
a reminder that we can do it for this too.
Yeah. That's like your vegetable. You want to have more vegetables? Let's just start with one. Just
Yeah.
one for the week.
That's it. That's my goal. That's my call to action too, guys. Just I'm gonna buy one vegetable for me this week.
Are you buying a new one or are you buying one that you would have already eaten?
No, I'm not gonna buy a new one because I'm not ready for that yet. I'm not
Yeah.
ready to. I don't. First
See,
of all, I
this
don't.
is fair.
I also don't have time to find a recipe and figure out how to cook that one thing. Like I just don't.
What a beautiful example of finding the roadblock and going around it.
Yeah, because the
I
reality
love
is,
it.
I bought like asparagus or even green beans. Like I love green beans, but I don't have time to figure out a good way to make them. Do you know
Right.
what I mean? But
Yeah,
if I go buy a vegetable that I'm familiar with and I know I like, it'll just be a way to get it in. So that's my
absolutely. I
we'll
like it.
see. We'll see what happens.
My call to action is something I've been trying this week. We have a religious week happening and we're supposed to eat before sunset. And I feel really good doing it. So I want to try to have an early dinner every day this week. My husband and I are not eating together. This was a struggle for me before because I always get hungry, like around 5.
And you've always wanted to eat with him,
Well,
right?
because it's the only meal we eat together, but we are watching TV, so does it really count? So I would just like to eat.
So true. How
I
many
would
do you
just want
do
to.
that? Oh my god, you're so right. You're like, "Well, we always have to eat together." Well, if you're watching TV or on your phones, you're not eating together anyway.
It doesn't matter if I'm eating with him or not. We're not
Right.
talking about our day. So I'm just going to try to have an early dinner every day this week
Okay.
because I just feel better and I don't know, I just feel full. This is a weird thing, but I give myself permission to eat because I have enough time to digest instead of, well, I can't eat that much and then getting hungry and then snacking later. So I want a proper dinner at around 5 o'clock. And that's early for me because we normally eat at 6:37.
Okay. Okay. 5 o'clock. That was my question, was like, "Do you have a time?" But you do. You are ready. You're not
I'm
motivated.
ready. I'm ready. I want to change and I feel better eating early because I've told you I get hungry around that time and then I'm in the waiting. I just end up eating all this junk, which I need to not do. I just need to eat
Mhm.
and I need to be
Okay.
prepared with the meal. So, which I can do.
I'm ready for you to do it. I can't wait.
This was good. I'm excited. I'm
I
motivated, but
know.
I'm more ready.
Yeah, both. And I think it's okay to be both,
Yeah,
but I think a lot of times I only have the motivation part and now I have them both. So, this will be fun.
it'll be fun.
All
All
right.
right. Well, have a good week.
Bye. You too.
We hope you enjoyed today's episode. All the information provided is meant for education and entertainment purposes only. Please consult your physician before making any changes.
If you liked this episode, please give us a 5-star review. Also, share this episode with someone who you think would enjoy it. If you have topics you want us to investigate, please message us. Thanks.